pass away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by now. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Long. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Cameron Wake with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Adoree Jackson deep for Tennessee. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return, and it'll be Titan football. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's got some space here. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Now, 1st quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Extra point put through by Succop, and a rout is on here in this 1st half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Typically down to the 1st half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, 1st half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing his lob. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. 7 yards there and a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Lott. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here's Marlon Mack. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Love. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Cameron Wake in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. To throw is Love. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Wild Bill. 12.
They snap it to Love. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. Mariota to throw it. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
A first down throw for Mariota. Steps away. Smith catches left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And a nice gain at 21 yards. On first down, Henry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Check 41. You must be getting tired of seeing me. 41.
3rd and goal, Mariota. And that is caught. Walker, touchdown Titans. Delaney here of the new campaign as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And that will return touchdown for the Titans. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point put through by Succo. And the route is on here in this first half.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself.
And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Mariota now. And he rifles one incomplete. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor. 3rd down here.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. On 4th down, here's the AFC Pro Bowl punter the last 2 years. That's Brett Kern to kick it for Tennessee. T.Y. Hilton deep for the Colts. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really...
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
All right, T, let's check. All right, T.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season.
Recon, 132 fighter. Bang, 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 bang. Hey, check. Hey, zoom. Hey, what's that? Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You don't want none of that. Give me it. Pick up the ball. 54's Mike. Check. 11. 4. Get that quarterback. Ready to go.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Luck looking deep for Hilton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mariota forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Mariota gives to Henry. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. To throw, Mariota. Sets up the screen to Lewis. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Suckup missed it. It's no good. He missed it wide to the left. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And the pressure gets to him again. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down.
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And here's where I'm perfectly happy to defer to my analyst and let him analyze this one.
I don't get it.
That's the analysis?
That's the analysis. I don't get it. I mean, you're on the other side of midfield. Maybe. But a fake punt way down here, you want analysis? Ridiculous.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. There to stop him was Darius Leonard. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
58, 218, 3.
First down, Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Nice 7, let's go. 53.
To throw is Mariota. He finds Corey Davis. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
On second down, it's Lewis, and he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Mariota on first down. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Margus Hunt, what an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's second and 21. Mariota hands to Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
From the gun, Mariota. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 34. Now he steps away. Now a hit and Luck lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Titans. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away.
And he lost the football. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike 58 right there. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
Get him, boy.
So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Come on now, let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 38. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Check, 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 check. Kill.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It was Justin Houston who got him down.
Watch the pass.
Again, it's Henry. And into the end zone. From 11 yards out. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A throw over the middle taken in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Lott. He completes this one to Mack. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Let's go.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Looking deep here for Ebron. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a bit.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away. Now a hit and Locke lost the football. It's out. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were. And so possession will remain with Indy. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 2nd and long. Luck. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Luck. Caught left side by Hilton. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Here we go on 4th. Luck. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And some room to roam now. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal back to the 8-yard line now. Throwing here, Mariota. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. Like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
16 yards, a 1st down.
Come on. Hey, check Mike. Go. I'm coming. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike.
Luck on 1st down. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
12.
Luck throwing again. And this will complete right side to Funchess. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 42. One last throw here for Love. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. A big offensive